Hello, I'm Pete Lewis, Mayor of the City of Auburn, and welcome to another edition of Discover Auburn. And here with me today is Simi Strickland. He's the coach and founder of the Tanoa Bowl Classic, which is held in Auburn at Auburn Memorial Stadium. And if you haven't seen that, that is just an absolutely terrific event. I so enjoy it. Now, could you tell me a little bit about tell me about yourself and how you got involved in this and how you took on really this big responsibility?
It goes way back when my oldest son was a football player for the Auburn High School, and we started basically helping the kids get better so they can go help out the high school and be able to compete. And every year we trained, we started with maybe 20 kids. You know, it was just mostly family and friends, but it ended up growing more and more and more every year. 2010, I got a call from one of the All-Star games and invited a couple of the kids. Well, my biggest problem was I had 50 kids and they asked for 2. So it was really hard. It was disheartening for me to ask 2 guys out of the group of kids we were working with to go and participate while the other guys couldn't. So I came up with the idea of creating this platform here in the state of Washington, in the Northwest, to give each state 33 spots.
Wow.
To bring 33 top athletes, all-stars per se, in their state to come and compete in good old little Auburn. It wasn't easy. It was hard. It was hard because it took 3 years for us to get it through the NCAA folks, and then it took 3 years to get it through the WIA folks here in the state of Washington. But you know, the work went into it. We were able to get it done, and then through all the hard work that the volunteers, because this is a year-long commitment for a lot of the folks. I know everybody come out the 3 days that we hold the event, and you know, they see that it's a great event, but you know, there's no way that one person can get this event done as you witness for yourself. We're going on our 4th year. We started out with just 2 states the first year. Wow. Alaska and Washington were the first 2. Like to say this past year we had Utah, Alaska, Oregon, and then the state of Washington. We've been able to get some commitments from the state of Washington over here. I understand that's something that goes back to your background, the state of Hawaii.
Well, I'm really pleased to see that you bring in the state of Hawaii. You know, I had gone to school there, and the Pacific Islanders in particular, I've always been really comfortable around. You've heard my stories.
Yes.
on some of my past. You know, it sounds like this is a great opportunity for those kids, and they're really not kids, but those young men to really get showcased in something like this as well.
Well, that's why the event came to be. It's a platform for a lot of these kids to highlight their talent. We were fortunate enough through our network that we built over the years that we are able to have this live feed out to over 300 college coaches across the country. And we're able to, the platform itself is just to showcase the kids playing against other states. The biggest thing with some of these kids when they get on the recruiting circuit is some of the kids go to Division I, you know, 1A school or 2A schools, and some of the recruiters look at that they're not playing against the tough leagues or the tough kids that are, I shouldn't say tough, but competitive kids that are at the 3A, 4A, and the 5A level. We were very fortunate this past year. We got a couple kids that came from a 2A level that was able to get some opportunities through the platform that we built, this Tanoa Bowl Classic that we hold every year.
I have to tell you, if somebody comes on that field and thinks they're not playing against some really tough kids, they're in for a rude awakening from what I saw. Those those people are talented. They really are.
Yeah,
they're good, and I'm not. I used to joke with a lot of my friends. I'm not sure where the center of gravity is for some of those young men, but it almost looks like it's below dirt level. They are really centered.
Yes,
they really are. So, how do you choose which athletes are going to participate in this Tanoa Bowl? That's kind of a toughie.
You know, I can only speak for the state of Washington. As you know, all these teams are coming from different states. The coaching staff from each state does an incredible job of getting these kids together. Alaska, for instance, has the biggest challenge of all. Alaska, their kids have to fly into Anchorage from Juneau, right, in order for them to be able to even practice as a team. So the biggest thing for them is just knowing where all these kids are at on all the different places in Alaska, and also their commitment as far as the financial side. The financial side for Alaska, you're looking at $2,000 per kid. Wow. That they raise every year to come to the event. But they believe in the event. That's the biggest thing. Our first year, they brought approximately 21 seniors and was able to be very, very successful. More than 50% of those kids were able to get an opportunity to be able to continue their education and then a chance to play the game they love.
And that might be one of the few opportunities really to showcase their talents that they have on any kind of a national basis. So this is kind of a really big deal for them. So do you have like camps and things like that for these kids?
You know, it's interesting you asked about camps. That's how we started funding Tanoa Bowl itself. Through our camps that we hold during the year. We just had our first one February 23rd, and everything's held at the center around Auburn Stadium, the Auburn Memorial Stadium. A lot of that stuff that we do for the kids, 50% of it goes right back to the Tanoa Bowl Fund that we hold at the end of the year, and some of the other way we fund it is our participation fee that we, and 100% of the participation fee goes right back to the kids through our banquets and through guys that are coming and looking at the kids and been able to get a first-hand look at this these talented young people that their family have committed so much resources to get here to the state of Washington, because it wasn't an easy task to have people come to the state of Washington in the month of December.
That's not an easy time to travel. It's not one of the best times of the year, but I sure saw a lot of people there. So you said something about a banquet as well.
Yeah, we have a unique event, and it's a traditional event now for going on our fourth year. We have a banquet with all the teams. And this past year, we were very fortunate to have the Deputy Mayor, Nancy Backus, come down and join us, and I think she really enjoyed herself.
Oh, she did.
we have some really good food, and then we give the opportunity to the coaches to talk about their team, to explain the background and what type of work and sponsorship that took for them to make it to that event. And then at the end of the night, I think it's the funnest time of the banquet for myself, is we let all the kids get out there from each state and do their haka. It's what we call the haka off. They have a haka contest and they have fun. We get them going before the event itself starts on Saturday. But
and they really do. I saw a little example of that on the field, and they really get into it.
Yeah, and I know we're talking about the Tanoa Bowl at the end of the year, but I'm just letting you, Mayor, know that May 25th, 26th, Memorial Day weekend, we're holding our first Junior Tanoa Showcase, which means all the 8th grade all-star teams will be in town. We got teams from Arizona and the state of California that will be here for the same reason. And
you're going to have an invitation out to me and
absolutely
and pretty much everybody in the city to come
in the city of Auburn. We welcome the city of Auburn.
Okay.
We got these states coming in, and I think Auburn is probably one of the best hidden secret in the state of Washington. I moved up here, 95. I've never wanted to leave the town of Auburn, because what they've given back to my kids as far as education and the community itself.
Well, it goes both ways. you've created something that's quite unique yourself and added to the spirit of our city. One of the things I wanted to ask about, because I'd heard about this, you also help kids with scholarships. How do you do that?
That's through the platform itself. You know, I'm in no position to sit here and guarantee any kids any scholarships. Through the platform and through the network of people that we've come in contact with and work with through college coaches through the college levels that believe in what we're doing at Tanoa, and every year we are able to find some homes for these young people. Number one thing for a lot of these guys is they're taking care of the schoolwork. You know, to be a part of this event, they need to take care of the schoolwork in order for them to be successful on the field. All the success on the field will not amount to anything if you don't do the other part. That's the classroom work in order for them to achieve that goal. Very
good. So again, what is that date in May?
That will be May 25th, 26th, right at Auburn Memorial Stadium. We will have an 8th grade all-star team. It's basically a showcase for all the 8th graders getting ready to go into high school. The biggest reason why we started at that level is our early education of the parents and also education of the kids that are going into high school. And also we're just partnering up with Huddle, so they will be involved helping to get the information out for all these young folks out there. And again, it's educating the athletes and the parents themselves about what they can do, how they can help their kid be successful at the next level.
Wow, that's quite an achievement. You've done marvelous so far, but you could use some help as well. Now, folks, come on down and watch this. You want to see some kids who are just absolutely committed, and the coaches and the parents, and look around the area as you go in there, all the volunteers that are helping out. I mean, this really means something to the community, a lot for the Pacific Islanders community, but also for the community of Auburn. We're all intertwined so much, and this is a real opportunity to showcase the kids and to allow the kids to see the spirit of Auburn, and you're a part of that. You've become a part of that, and I appreciate that. So thank you for being here today.
Thank you for the invitation.
Oh, you're certainly welcome. So I appreciate you joining us with another edition of Discover Auburn. If there's someone you'd like to hear on the air, please make sure and give my office a call and let us know, and have a good day.